One of our core areas in Cafe Life, we've got three: culture, team effectiveness, and then we've got change activation. Now, what is change activation? Let's start off by probably all agreeing everybody is having to change. I don't think I know of an organization out there that is not under pressure in some form or another to be changing something. And this can become very, very difficult because so many people are change weary and change fatigued. But what research shows us is that when it comes to change, many organizations, a lot of leadership, totally under-communicate change and totally disengage from people in a hot way around the change. And what we found in our work with organizations over many years, and also from my past corporate experience, that change needs heart. We don't want just a change program, we want a change program that's got heart, that speaks to people. So we live in this world of change where there's constant disruption and people are having to learn, unlearn, relearn. If the rate of change outside exceeds the rate of change inside, the end is in sight. If we don't like change, we're going to like irrelevance even less. These are some of the great quotes that are out there. But how do we make that into heart? Well, the first thing is that change needs an emotive storyline. People don't change because you give them a spreadsheet. They don't change because you give them factual information. They change because you give them an emotive narrative that begins to impact their feelings. And when we impact feelings, we can begin to start doing some successful change. So in Cafe Life, what we do is we get involved in the narrative and we work with leadership around that narrative. But then we move to the next big thing, which comes in change, which is we need to inquire and understand. And one of the things that I've noticed that is often missing from a change program is just the simple process of discovery and understanding where people are at. We might say things like our people are resistant to change. Instead, we should probably rephrase that and say there's something that we need to understand here. Now, what I found is that the moment you involve people and you begin to hear them and you begin to go into the roots of some of their thoughts, not only do we begin to hear some great things, but we often begin to disarm some of the things which are stopping people from changing. So we create the narrative and we begin to inquire and understand. Thirdly, change needs what I call bass notes. And bass notes refer to music. They're the bass notes that we want everybody to hit. They're those core messages of the change which need to be communicated over and over and over again. Some research showed that leadership often under-communicates change by a factor of 10. The change goes out in a memo or in an email or in a talk, but then we don't talk about it and connect people in intriguing ways to the base note. And then finally, change that has got heart begins to ready, prepare, build up people, give them the skills and the competencies to be able to work with change. And these four areas, an emotive storyline, an appreciative inquiry, a base notes that are clarified and communicated over and over again, and then this readiness, supporting people, once again through language and skills, are the four key areas that Cafe Life gets involved in when we talk about change activation and change with heart. So we'd love to be involved in your change process. We don't want to manage the change. We can get those people to do that. We want to bring the heart into change. And we bring the heart into change by remembering that the people who are changing are human, just like I am human.